Good evening to all. We'll start the session. So, in the last session, we are under the topic of data types. Okay. First of all, what is data type? Simply the type of information stored under a variable, and we discussed numbers. Coming to numbers, three types are available. One is integer, second one is float, third one is complex. These are three types of numbers. After completion, we covered Boolean. The data type name is BOL. It has two values, either true or false. After that, we covered string. So in this, what we discussed in the concept of string, we discussed what is a string, how to create a string, how do we access a particular element, the basic things only. I already said first I will give you the basic information. What is a string? How do we access a string? How do we create a string? How do we access a single character from the string? Okay, these are the things that we had discussed in the last session. Now, coming to today's session, anyway, remember, if you are unable to understand, no problem, ignore this one. Why? Again, I will cover this topic one more time. Again, I will cover this topic one more time. Next to one is list. Next to one is list. What is a list? List is also a collection of elements. List is a collection of elements, and the elements are placed within square brackets. List is a collection of elements, and the elements are placed within square brackets. Now the thing is, here we are creating a string s is equal to welcome dollar co97 whatever it is. It consists of either a letters, digits, special symbols, whatever it is. Within a string, you can write anything. In the similar fashion, list consists of some set of elements, and all the elements are of same data type or different data type. You can create a list elements of same data type or different data type. Now go to the list. For example, L1 is equal to 11, 12, 13, 14, like this. Some set of elements that are placed within square bracket. Set of elements placed within square bracket, that is called list. Here L1 is the list. Check type of L1. So class list. Here in this example, my list consists of only integer elements. Remember, this is not a condition. Here you can create another list. L2 means another list. You can give any names based on the rules of identifier. For example, if I am given L2 dollar is equal to 1 comma 2. See this one, it gives an error. Why? Dollar, it is not allowed. Based on the rules of identifier, you can give any name. You can give any name. L2 is equal to create a list 11, some 12.3. That is, the first one is integer, second one is a float. Suppose 2 plus 3 is a complex number, and true a boolean value, and hello a string. Now you understand? A list can consist of elements of any data type. Consists of elements of any data type. Understand two points. First of all, what is a list? List is collection of elements that are enclosed within square bracket, and all the elements are separated by commas. All the elements are separated by comma. Now the first two element, for example, Assume a list L1 is created like this. Now automatically the first element is stored at index 0. This element is index 1. This is index 2, index 3, index 4. Now you know the logic. L1 of 0, that means similar to string. If you understand the concept of string, exactly same one. If you want to access, that means some set of elements are created. I does not need all the elements, I need only one element. Now according to L1 of 0, like our movie theater row, for example, in the first row fifth person, second row fifth person. So this specifies the particular person, that is row number, specific seat, specific seat. Now L1 of 0. What is L1? L1 means this one. Under list 1, zeroth position is 11. L1 of 3. Under list 1, what is the third position? 0, 1, 2, 3. The answer is 14. The answer is 14. Exactly. You can use the reverse direction. Minus 1. Obviously, what is minus 1? In the reverse direction, 14. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and then minus 4. In the forward direction, we are moving from 0. In the backward direction, we are moving from minus 1. Now this one. So coming to L2 of 3. L2, that is under list 2. What is the third position? 0, 1, 2, 3. This is a single element. Now the question is, how many number of elements are present in L2? Simply remember, the elements are separated by comma. L2 consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This hello is also considered as a single element. Check L2 of minus 1. Hello. Yes or no? That is the concept of list. Just to, I already given, just to what is a list? What is a list? Now, based on that one, move to the next data type, tuple. 90% list and tuple both are same. What is a tuple? The set of elements that are placed within parentheses. Observe the difference. List means set of elements placed within square bracket, that is called a list. Tuple means set of elements placed within parentheses, that is called a tuple. We have lot of differences between list and tuple. Right now I am not discussing any difference. T1 is equal to 11, 13, 15. A tuple is created. Check type of T1. How a list is created, in the similar fashion I created the tuple within parentheses. Now T2 is equal to, for example, 1134.5. Hello, true. This one T2 is also created. That means whether it is a list or a tuple, it can store some set of elements. All the elements are separated by comma. All the elements are separated by comma, and you can store elements of any data type. And if you want to access, suppose from T2, if you want to access square bracket, whether it is a string or list to tuple, whatever it is, for accessing single element you need to use square bracket, that is index. So T2 of 2, what is the meaning? Under tuple, in tuple T2, we are accessing the element at index 2. So you already know this is the element at index 0, index 1, index 2. Then what is the difference? Anyway, we'll discuss later. Lot of differences are there between list and tuple. List and tuple. Now the next one is set. Next one is a set. Set is also some collection of elements like list and tuple. Set is also collection of elements, and the set of elements are separated by comma, and the elements are placed within flower brackets. Elements are placed within flower brackets. Now understand the differences. If you are placing the elements in square bracket, that is a list. Placing the elements in parentheses, that is a tuple. Placing the elements in flower bracket, that is called a set. Now, sum L is equal to 11, 12, 13, 11, 14, 12. Now, what is this one? This is a list. Here I am using square bracket. This is a list. Now, L. Whatever you are given, all the elements are printed. Yes or no? All the elements are printed. Now create a tuple. See this one, all the elements are printed. Finally create a set flower bracket. Now yes, now observe the output. Based on your observation only, you get the point. List means you are whatever the elements you are given, all the elements are stored under the list and in the tuple. But the set, what happened? Common elements, in the sense by default set removes all duplicate elements. Remember the most advantage point, the main advantage of set is set automatically removes the duplicate elements. It is not possible to store duplicate elements inside a set. Even though you are assigning, it does not error. See this one, 11 and 12 are repeated. Even though you are given the duplicate elements, set automatically remove the element. You no need to do anything. You no need to do anything. Now my next question is, three questions. What is it? What is a set? How to create a set? Set means some collection of elements. Remember, not only numbers like list and tuple, you can use any data type, but the only important thing is it does not contains duplicate element. Now the main important point, how do we access an element from the set? Observe the point carefully. Here assume I created a set 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 2, 3. For example, this is a set. Whenever you are assigning this value, automatically the duplicates are removed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, only this one. According to my intention, at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indexes. According to my indexes, now what is the value of S of 6? Generally, what is the value of 6? S of 6 is 2. But originally, what set contains 0, 1, 2, 3 only. But what about at 6th position? No element. You understand the point? Actually, I assume that I have a total of 8 elements, and the set automatically removes the duplicate elements. Now, I don't know the exact number of elements. Why? Here the removal is done automatically. That is the reason it is not possible to access an element from the set. Why? In the sense, we don't know how many elements are removed, how many removed. For example, now 2 is repeated 3 times, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Which 2 is removed? You assume that all are 2's. Okay, 2 2's are removed. Which 2's? The last 2 or first 2 or the first and last? Yes or no? We don't know. Why? For example, if these two are removed, so at first position we have, okay, very good, first position. Suppose if this one and this one is removed, and at the sixth position I have a value 2. It is not possible to predict the position. Why? Set consists of duplicate elements. Set consists of duplicate elements. Now, finally, the last one, dictionary. The last one, dictionary. Here also elements are placed within flower brackets like such. Like say, elements are placed within flower bracket. What is the difference between set and dictionary? Even though you are using same flower bracket means confusion. Remember, up to now an element is stored as a single value. An element is stored as a single value. Coming to the dictionary, an element is stored in the form of pairwise. Single element, pair means two. Pair means two. Here each and every single element is represented as a pair. What the pair consists of? Key, colon, value. For example, see this one. Here I am creating a dictionary D. Open the flower bracket. Suppose close the flower bracket. Within this one, if you want to place some three or four elements. Now, 1 colon red. Here, comma. What is the meaning of this one? This is one element. This entire thing is called a single element. Up to now, directly we are given the values. For example, L is equal to 11, comma 12, comma 13. Up to now, you are given the values. How do we access the values? How do we access the values? By using indexes. Yes or no? These are the values. The values are accessed by using index. Coming to dictionary. So here red is the value. 2 colon blue. Blue is the value. Not only here 1 and 2 are key, syntax, key, colon, value. This is my first element, comma. Key, colon, value. My second element, comma. 3 colon, suppose green, comma, comma. 4 colon, yellow. Now you understand that one. The keys are not only the numbers. The keys are not only the numbers. You can write numbers or you can write string. You can write anything. Now, obviously, for a dictionary, there is no concept of index. How do we access the value? Key. The key specifies we are accessing the value by using key. Suppose see this one. A dictionary D1 is created. 1 colon red, comma, 2 colon blue, comma, 3 colon yellow, comma, 4 colon pink. Okay, 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 okay. Hmm? Uncle? So 1 colon red. This is my first element. 1 colon red. This is my first element. 1 is the key. Red is the value. Comma. Comma. 2 colon blue. This is my second element. In this 2 is key. Blue is value. Comma. 3 colon yellow. 3 colon yellow. 3 is the key and yellow is the value, comma. 4 colon pink. A dictionary is created like this. A dictionary is created like this. See this one? Now, how do we access a value? Up to now, we are accessing based on index. Now coming to dictionary, we can access based on D1 of what is the 2 here? Key. 2 is key. So automatically what is the answer? Blue. Exactly, blue is the answer. Understand the difference? Up to now, I am using the concept of index for string list to tuple. By using index, we are accessing the particular character. But coming to dictionary, I am using the key. I am using the key. Okay. Now you are in a position to know what are the different data types. Again, I am repeating just what is what. What is a list? What is a tuple? What is a set? What is a dictionary? What is a string? How to create and how to access. Now, I will show you different types of errors. I will show you different types of errors. Anyway, you have to identify the error. See this one today, up to now I am not using any variable A. Up to now I am not using any variable A. That means up to now A is a variable which does not hold any value. If I press enter, what is the output? Error. Exactly the error name. You need to remember the type of errors. Then only it is very easy. A name is not available. Understand? The name A is not available. So error is name error. Based on the error, I always prefer to get the errors. Remember, so you have to write a program or learn the concept. First you need to identify the errors. Once you understand the error and you are in a position to rectify those errors, then only you understand the programming language. Suppose even though you are writing a program perfectly without an error, means that is fine, but at the level starting level you need to write the error. See this one, based on this line you have to get, you know, 1 point. Name A is not defined. Up to now A is not defined, but you are trying to use A. For example, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, C is equal to A plus B, but I am not is equal to. C is equal to A plus B. Now C is okay. Clear the points? Without initializing any value, that gives an error. That gives an error. What is the error? Name error. Okay. Coming to list, either list to string tuple. For all the three, this is one other error. 0 1 2 3 4 5. How many elements I have? I have total of 5 elements. That means total of 6 elements. The first element is at 0th position, first position, second position, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. L of 5. The answer is 12. Okay. Now L of 6. What is the answer? Here, what is the meaning? From the list L, you are trying to access an element at index number 6. You are trying to access an element at index 6. Now, is index 6 is available or not available? Not available. So, what is error? Index error. Index error. See this one, list index out of range. That means my range is 0 to 5 only, but you are trying to access an index outside of the range. Okay. Whether it is a list to string or tuple, you are getting index error. Now D1 of, first print D1, D1 of 5, 2. So for the key to, the value blue is displayed. For the key to, the corresponding value blue is displayed. D1 of 5. Now key 5 is available or not available? Key 5 is not available. So obviously error is no. Name error means the variable name. Index error means you are trying to access a value that is not at the particular index. Here, the key is not available. The error name is key error. The error name is key error 5. You understand the points? Now, based on this one, whenever you are getting this error means automatically you go to the dictionary. Okay, 5 key is not available, but I am trying to access the key. You need to change whether the program or whether the dictionary, depending on your requirement. You can change the dictionary or you can change this one. Now, so three errors. Just now we know three errors. So sorry, four errors. One is syntax error, basic thing. If you forgot, if you are, for example, syntax error. What is mean by syntax error? Any programming language that does not satisfy the conditions of the particular language. So dollar is not allowed, but I am trying to use dollar. So it gives syntax error. It gives syntax error. Now name error means the variable that you are trying to use, but up to now the variable is not existed. Name error. Index error, you are trying to access a value but the index is out of range. Index error. Key error, you are trying to access a value but the key is not available. That is called key error. That is called key error. You need to remember these basic points. You need to remember these basic points, that is index error, value error, key error, etc. Okay, now my data types introduction is completed. My next topic is comments. Here, observe, everyone is a very basic topics. Everyone are the building blocks of Python programming. Everyone building blocks of Python programming. What is comment? Simply, for example, understand, today I written a program. What happened inside the program? I know very well. Today, I know very well. Assume approximately the program consists of some thousand lines of code. For example, my program consists of thousand lines of code. Okay, very good. The program executed successfully. Generally, after 1 month, I opened in my system such type of programs. For example, assume in my system a total of 100 programs are available. So after 1 month, I opened one program. What happened inside the program? I don't know. Yes or no? Right now, today, I remember. After 1 month, I forgot. What is the program? What is going on inside the program? Everything, each and everything you don't know. Now, what you need to do? I need to write a comment. What is mean by comment? The comments are the statements that are understandable for the user. For example, here I am writing a comment like this. This is a program which is used to perform addition of two numbers. I written one comment and then I complete the program. Now the question is, why we need comment? For user understanding purpose. For example, I will write down one program. Okay, this is my program addition of two numbers. Now this is addition of two numbers. Okay, after some time I don't know whether this is the addition of two numbers or subtraction, whatever it is, I don't know. Again, what you need to do? Again, you need to check each and every line. You need to check each and every line. Yes or no? Each and every line. So then only, okay, this is addition. Instead of that one, here before the program I written one comment, hash. Hash is the symbol which is used to write a comment. After hash, you can write statement, read a value. I am or else, first to write this one, addition of two numbers By using this statement, you will understand. Okay, this is the program to perform addition of two numbers. Now, hash read first value. Read first value. Suppose here I will write hash read second value. Here hash addition is performed, and then print the value, and then print the value. You observe the color. Comments are just for user understanding. Comments are not executed. Remember the point. Comments are not executed. Not executed means those are not converted into mission level language, just for user understanding. Now you understand meaning of comment. Comments are divided into two types. One is single line comment, second one is multi-line comments. Comments are of two types. One is single line comment, second one is multi-line comment. Single line comment means you can write any letters, any sentences, any words, but in a single line. The single line comment is used the symbol hash. Remember this one. Now any one line of code that is written after the hash, that is not executed. See this one. In this addition of two numbers is not executed. Read first value is not executed. Read second value is also not executed. Addition is not executed. Print the value, this is also not executed. Now you understand my point. Any statement that is followed by a single flower bracket, sorry, followed by a single hash. Hash is the symbol that is called comment. What is that one? Single line comment. For example, if I want to read more than one line, read first value, second value. See this one, observe the color change, black color. It is not allowed. It is not allowed. Only single line is allowed. Only single line is allowed. Now multi-line comment means you can place multiple lines within triple quotations. You can place comments more than one line of comment within triple quotations. Okay. See this one. Here one, two, three. Addition of two numbers. Read first value. Read second value. C is equal to A plus B. Print C. C is equal to A plus B. Print C. Now save the program. H2, okay. Now see this one. Here I opened the bracket. I opened the triple quotations, but I forgot to close. I forgot to close. Then what happened? System treat as ending is not, ending is missed. Now if you want to close at this position, one, two, three, one, two, three, execute, executed successfully. Observe the point. Comments means the statements that are not executable. Those are only for user understanding. Only for user understanding. Okay, this is the comment. Single line comment, multi-line comment. Single line comment and then multi-line comment. Okay, clear. The comments is clear. Here everything removal is done by system automatically. Everything is done by Python automatically. Give me 1 minute. Okay, single line comment and multi-line comment. Anyway, you don't know, ignore this one, not a problem. Whenever we are moving to the programming, automatically you will apply. Just to remember two symbols, hash and quotation. Okay, now comments is completed. Up to now we completed some basic topics, very basic topics. Under this, the most important is identifier. Oh, anyway, I will discuss identifier, keyword. Next installation is as usual, variable, data type, okay, along with the comments. Okay, under these five topics, any doubt? Even though you have any doubt, these are the basic topics. From next time onwards, every situation almost you are using this topic. Now, my next one is reading. This one you need to follow carefully. Reading input from the user. What is mean by reading input from the user? Reading input from the user, suppose, see this one, I am removing these comments. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6. Fixed, yes or no? A value 5, B value 6. If you are executing any number of times, the output is 11 only. First time execution, the output is 11. Execute one more time. Execute in the sense run one more time. The output is 11. Run one more time. The output is 11. Every time that is fixed. If you want to change, what you need to do again, move back to the program and then you have to change. That is not the correct position. That is not the proper way to change. Now, what is my question? So, now you will get the point. What is a program? Simple thing. Generally, program is set of instructions to perform one activity. Set of instructions which are used to do one activity. Now, for these instructions, you need to provide some information. For example, if you want to prepare some item, for item some ingredients are required. Exactly, for I am, my question is, you need to write a program to perform addition of two numbers. I given the question to you. What is my question? Write a program to perform addition of two numbers. Okay, fine. You written the program successfully, and I come to your system and execute. If I given the values 2 comma 3, answer is 5. If I given the values 3 comma 7, answer is 8. Whatever it is. So according to my values, your program perform the operation, not the fixed one. You understand my difference? Not the fixed one. Whatever the values I given, according to the given values, the program has to perform. For that, reading input, this 5, 6, this A comma B are input. Input, whatever you are given, that is called input. Generally this is called operation, that is the processing. Now what is this one? Output. Input, that is we are given, perform some operation, produces something, output. Reading input from the user, or sometimes they are called as reading input from the keyboard. What is the meaning of this one? Means read the information at the time of execution. Okay, for that, Python uses a function input. Remember this one. Python uses a function input. Suppose A is equal to input of, A is equal to input of, B is equal to input of. Now I will change this program. A is equal to input of, observe carefully. Here if you understand this one only, we are can move to further. Otherwise, it is not possible to move on. Why? This is the starting point. Yes or no? If you want to write a program, identifier, all those are basic things. If you want to write a program, first step is you need to provide the input. We have to know how do we provide the input. So a is equal to input of, whenever this statement is executed, what happened? The system asked the user, please enter one value. Whatever the value we entered, that is stored under a. Now completed. And whenever this statement is executed, again system asks the user, please enter some one value. Whatever the value you entered, that is stored in B. Now print A plus B. Directly I write A plus B. Or else you can write C is equal to A plus B, print C. Both are same or not? Now you understand again, each and every basic is important. So my intention is you don't know anything. So first to A is equal to input of, B is equal to input of, C is equal to A plus B, print C. This is my program. First, whenever this statement is executed, you are allowed to enter one value. Suppose I entered some value 3, automatically 3 is stored in A. Now next, this statement is executed, yes or no? Line by line execution. This statement is executed, I entered some value B, sorry 4. The 4 is assigned to B. Here the operation is performed. Right now this is not my concept, yes or no? Right now my concept is only input. Now check whether executed successfully. Here first write C is equal to A plus B and then write C. Now you understand both are same or not? Here wastage of one variable. Instead of that, directly you can use in the print. Anyway, these two. Only these two execute. See the cursor blinking? That means at this you need to enter some value, some 3. Again cursor blinking. That is second value. Suppose 4. Now ignore the answer. Answer right or wrong? That is not my case. So 3 is stored in A, 4 is stored in B. Okay, sir. Here the thing is, I don't know what you do. For example, I don't know whether you have to enter an integer value or a float value or a variable or b variable. For that, the input function is written in this format. Input of prompt. What is mean by prompt? Prompt means a message that is to be displayed at the time of execution. Anyway, see this one. Enter a value. Remember always, here you can use any situation. You can use either single quotations or double quotation. Both are same. Now see this one. Enter b value. Now execute. See this one, it asks enter a value. Now you understand? Even though you are not writing, the program executed successfully. If you want, you can write. If you are not interested, simply ignore the prompt. 3, enter b value 4. Now these two are clear. Two are clear. The prompt is your wish. If you want, you can write. Now coming to the logic. Here I entered 3 comma 4. Actually my answer is 7. But the output is displayed as 3 4. Yes or no? For that I will show you one more point. Directly go to IDLE. Suppose D is equal to input of. Press enter. It asks some value. Suppose I given some value 5. Now type of D. Now what D consists of? D consists of 5. Which data type? 5 is which data type? Integer data type. But remember, by default means even though you are not providing anything, system takes the default value. by default the input function takes only string. The input function takes only string. So according to your intention, 3 is an integer. But remember, if you, in your point of view, 3 is an integer. In system point of view, you are reading the information by using input. Even though it is a 3, but this is not an integer 3. This is a string 3. Already I said string means anything within quotation. For example, before executing this one, s is equal to 1 2 3. Now type of s is integer or string? Integer or string? String. Here you written 1 2 3 in quotation. Observe the point. Whether it is a letter or a digit or a symbol, whatever it is, I does not care about anything. My intention is only I need to check whether the things are placed within quotation or not. Now see this one, type of a C string. Similarly, type of D is equal to string only. You got my point? Why? Even though it looks like an integer, but the input function by default takes everything as a string. If you have any doubt, print D, observe where 5 is placed within quotation. Clear? Now, suppose S is equal to hello. This is one string. S1 is equal to good. This is another string. For example, I created two strings S comma S1. S plus S1. Here I am performing addition between two strings. Generally, it is possible or not possible? Generally, additions are performed between numbers, but here I am trying to perform addition between two strings. It is possible. The addition meaning is not addition. Concatenation. This is the technical term. Concatenation. In the string concept we will discuss everything. For our understanding only I will explain right now. Concatenation means combining the two string. Now see the output. Hello good. Hello good. Based on this one, you understand, first I entered one value a, that is 3. Which data type? String. 4. Which data type? String. A plus b means 3 is a string, 4 is a string, both are clubbed together. That is the reason the answer is 3, 4. Now, clear everything? Now, what is the important point? The first point is how to read input from the user by using input of function, which is used to take input from the user. First one clear? Now, at the time of execution, that is at the time of given some values, if you want any message, please enter this value, this value, this value. You can write prompt within quotation. Whatever you written within quotation, that is displayed, just for my understanding only. Now by default the input function takes string only. By default input takes strings only. Obviously, what is my next question? What is my next question? Sir, I want to perform addition of two integers by use taking the information, that is data from the user. Data from the user means you need to use input function, but the input function takes string only. What I required? I need integer. How? Understand the point. For example, I am always providing string value, but you want integer value. For example, charging point. So connector is there. Connector, what is the purpose of connector? Converting one portability into another. Exactly. Here also, what is the point? String is converted into integer. This is my aim. I want to perform addition of two integers. My aim is string is converted into integer. Suppose if you want float, string is to be converted into float like this. What is the procedure is simply a is equal to, remember the syntax, a is equal to input of enter a value. This is the normal. First what is executed? First this thing is executed. So automatically that is displayed. After that one, input of is executed. Whenever this is executed, you are entered some value. Now whatever the value, observe my brackets. Whatever the value I entered. So which data type this is? String data type. Here you are writing int of automatically the string is converted into integer. I will show you practically. Suppose a is equal to, or already I have a string. Suppose create a string s is equal to 123. S is equal to 123. A is equal to int of S. Int of S. So int means anything that is placed inside is converted into an integer. Now 123 string is converted into integer that is stored in A. Now see the value of a 123 without quotation. Without quotation. Suppose b is equal to float of s. Now b 123.0 without quotation. Clear the point? Now based on this one, how do I write the program? If you want to take integer value, int of, yes or no? Int of automatically whatever the value I entered, that is converted into integer. That is converted into integer. Save and execute. Enter a value 3. Enter a value 4. 3 plus 4 7. Now clear? Reading input from the user, even though small topic, but lot of topic. One important question. S is a string. Okay, where S is not available. Okay. For example, S is equal to hello. Now A is equal to int of S. What is the value here? What is the value of A? Understand carefully what is the value of A? Anyone in the online also, you can ping the message. So observe carefully. Integer means a number. Hello means a character. Is it possible to convert? No. Remember, even though I said one word, int of means anything is converted into integer. But the string must be in the form of digits only. Suppose even though you are using 123 as a string, not a problem. Why? Even though that is a string, but it consists of only digits. But see this one, another error. What is another error? Value error. Invalid literal for int with base 10. So that means for integer, we need to pass in base 10 means base 10 means my decimal numbers. That means you need to pass decimal numbers, but here you are passing hello. It is not possible. Even though for this program also, see, F5, enter a value, suppose hi. Now understand one point carefully. Hi, press enter, it gives some error. It given some error, yes or no? Execute one more time. Enter a value 3, press high, it gives an error. Now you observe anything? In the first class, I used one word. Everything is converted into mission level language two types of conversions. One is compiler, at a time the program converts the entire. Another one is interpreter, line by line. See this one. First, line 1 is converted, that is line 1 is executed. Here I given the wrong information, yes or no? That is the reason automatically it displays the error and stop the conversion. In the second time, first I entered the correct value, executed successfully, and in the second line I given the wrong information, stop. Now you understand? Now what is the future? That future is called Python is interpreted. Right now you know four features. Python is simple, Python is open source, Python is a dynamically typed language, and then Python is interpreted language. And one more, Python is interactive. Yes or no? This is an interactive mode, interactive. Clear the points? That means no need to by heart the feature. That is the reason only in the starting session I did not give any information related to features. Now one thing is completed. So the demos are over. This is my first point. Input is completed. Any doubt related to reading the input? Once you understand, in the next session, I am moving into output. Only one way of reading the input. That is a blind procedure. Only one way of reading the input. For displaying the output, we have many number of ways. Many number of ways displaying the output. In between, what is available? Processing. Here, this processing depends on your logic and your knowledge only, yes or no? Here what I teach, how to read the input, how to produces the output, and here the logic is completely your idea. For example, I given a program. The program is to find area of a circle. Area of a circle. What is the input to the program? Suppose I will write down the program. Program is area of a circle. What is the input? First, you need to read the radius. Yes or no? Radius. Suppose r is equal to, assume the radius is float. Your wish. Input of enter radius. So for this any doubt? I already explained how to read the input. Now, if you know the formula of area, that is processing area is equal to 3.14 into r into r, pi r square formula. Now print area. So if my radius is some 3.2, this is the, now this is completed. This is depends on you, and here I will show you. Here what happened? Simply the answer is displayed. Simply the answer is displayed. Now I does not need the only answer. I need the area of a circle is. I need to print the message. Suppose again the area of a circle with radius 3.2 is, that is different formats. We will discuss different ways of displaying the output in the next session. Clearly speaking, today's session what we discussed? We discussed the data type, list, tuple, string, set, and of dictionary. After that, how to read input from the user. Anyway, in the next session we are moving reading output, and we will get the complete idea, and then we will move to the program. So value error, invalid literal for int with base and hello, exactly that is an error. Yes. Now any doubts related to the topics up to now, whatever we discussed up to now, day one onwards. Any doubts? Please ask me. So most probably from tomorrow onwards, tomorrow in the sense from next session onwards, you need to practice the programs. Mostly you need to practice the programs. Then only all the doubts occur. Okay, anyway, that is end of today's session. Thank you very much.